Software is a set of instructions that tells a computer what to do, and these instructions are executed by computer hardware. There are two types of software. First is system software, and the second one is application software. The best example of system software would be operating system, and examples of application software would be music players, text editors, and so on. Now let's go over some characteristics of software. I will be mentioning 9 of them, and this is the acronym for them: IA, FIN, FCCP. Now it doesn't have any particular meaning. The pauses help me retain them for longer term. So the first one is intangibility. Things that you cannot touch. So if I ask you whether you can touch any software, you would say nope. That's because it's intangible. Yep, that's our first characteristic of software. Next, we have A, abstraction. Imagine tapping on a key and the character being displayed on the screen. The moment we press on a key, an electrical signal is generated and transmitted to the receiver component, where it interprets the incoming signal and performs instructed task. Now, do we really need to know all these details? No, we just want to care about the output. That's it. And this is what you would call abstraction. In other words, abstraction is hiding of the implementation details and having just the right amount of tools necessary for interaction with the system. Now, next, third on our list is flexibility. Let's suppose you are in a situation where you should either update a hardware component by replacing it or update a software. In the case of hardware, you would first go to the store, buy it, and bring it home and fit it into the system. However, if you were to update the software instead, you would find it much more convenient. Just go to the App Store and click on update. That's it. Updation happens in the background automatically. This is what makes software flexible. You can update it however many times you want, but it's not feasible in case of hardware. Invisibility. You cannot see any software. You can interact with it through UIs, but you cannot actually see the code that was written to build up the software. Non-perishable. Software has no expiry date. You can use it as long as the hardware is reliable or usable. Functionality. Now, this characteristic states that a piece of software will perform specific tasks. For instance, a music player will only play music files, not video files. Creativity. Let's suppose you have created an app and you want to improve its performance. This would require creativity on your part. You have to think out of the box or approach it in a way no one usually does. This is what creativity refers to. You have to be creative to create a software. Next, cost of change. The, the expense of changing software is much more cheap and convenient than hardware change. Software updates can be distributed electronically over the internet, whereas you would need to manually, physically relocate the hardware. Portability. Software can be easily transferred from a device to another. These are some characteristics of software. Also, keep in mind, all the software seems superior to hardware, but without hardware, software is useless.